When did this feeling come about? You and Nightwish, they were, well, you were both a bit tense maybe, but how many shows were you into the tour that you thought, well, now it's going to work?
It went relatively gradually, but still fast. I mean, the first show was sort of a survival mode. Everyone came off like, oh, we did it. We did it, you know. Of course, considering the circumstances, it was a good show. It was not the best we could do, of course, because you need more time for that. But it was definitely a special, good one, with no major weird things or fuck ups or anything. So, and with every show, it grew better. I can't really say that was the show that, you know, it was there, but yeah, relatively fast. And the best moments, I guess, was for me the moment that I didn't have to think so much anymore and more could use my automatic, you know, go in automatic mode and feel and transmit more like that, yeah.
And what happened after you parted ways after the tour? Did you stay in touch? Oh
yeah, it was so weird actually, because that was in August. We just did the live recording of Wacken Open Air, which was for all of us the biggest thing we ever did. We were on, you know, a high. We were playing very well. I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but you know, we got into this mode of, you know, being really tight as a group, and we've done so much together, traveled so much together, gone. So we did celebrate, you know, our last show. We had a party. We even flew to Helsinki for it, and we shed some tears. And then it was over, and it's like, oh, I had great things ahead of me, but still felt really weird. Like now we grew to be such a tight group. I have a whole new family there. They speak this very difficult language, but wow, I'm so in love with the whole thing. And they were all in Finland, and Troy is in the UK, and everyone's busy. But I did go back to Finland already a couple of times, and we stay in touch. Also on mail and
did you do music when you returned, or
no? It was just, I did a little tour through Finland, visiting people, seeing a little more of Finland, more than backstages and you know, things that are evolved around Nightwish as a band. And now just really people's living room, and you know, meet the family again, meet the friends, and we even celebrated Christmas together. Because the amount of time you spent as friends, family, you know, you're a band, but your social life is never normal in a way. You're either there or you're not at all. So you kind of grow to have your own social life within the band, and that's an extremely healthy way, or it's extremely healthy in Nightwish. Everyone's like family, and also visit each other during the times off, and I think that's wonderful.
So you spent Christmas together, and when did they actually ask you to become their full-time member?
They asked after the first festival in the summertime, and I.
Who asked?
The guys. Troy and me were. Come here. It was Marco and Tuomas. Would you like to be, you know, full-time members? Shall we be a six-piece? And you know, with tears in our eyes, both Troy and me. Yeah, of course. Oh wow. And then I was like, yeah, but we can't tell anyone yet. Okay. So poker face. Okay, now I can't say anything to almost anyone. I mean, of course, my family. We wanted to use Christmas actually to announce the news, to sort of keep it exciting. Maybe also around the times of the last festivals, will they not, or you know, continue? Yes or no? You kind of create an extra tension. But then the DVD was going to come out already in November, and that's why we decided to announce the news a little earlier. Christmas is quite a thing in Finland. It's very traditional when it comes to Christmas and that time of the year, also for the Nightwish guys. So that would have been, you know, a nice moment. But it came a bit earlier because of the DVD, which was a relief for me because then I could finally say yes. Now I can share my happiness.
And what is your role now, apart from being a singer? But what is your role in Nightwish? Do you also write? Do you think about maybe the stage I don't know, outfits or?
I guess that's something that needs to be seen, how I can grow into my role within the band, because I have been a guest musician for the whole Imaginarium tour. So of course I knew I was going to stay, but the whole concept of all that was already there. So for the upcoming album, I don't know how that will grow. I, of course, have my experience, and so does the guys, and I can't imagine myself with my personality sitting back and say, yeah, do whatever, I'll follow. But on the other hand, they know exactly what they're doing. They've proven to be able to write great songs and to put up something that totally, where all the pictures match and where the whole concept is one. And I guess it's a process to see how I can add with my creativity and how my input is going to be there. And I can imagine I have my feelings and ideas about stage outfits, but also with the songwriting, Tuomas is definitely the master of the writing process. He's the guy in charge, but Marco also writes, and the whole band comes together and makes the puzzle work. So somewhere in that puzzle I'll give my share.
What are your plans now? When do you have to go to Finland to record or to rehearse? Or?
We start in July. There is a band meeting next month to talk about the details, but July, August, September are for the rehearsals and recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, meaning a new album?
Yeah, a new album will be there in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what will you do after that? Will you be moving to Finland then, or will you be staying in Holland and then, for a few months go to Finland, or what are your?
Out of practical reasons, I don't have to move to Finland. I mean, it's quite nearby, and you're there always for certain periods of time, for either a show or now for the festival, the recording period. Then there are facilities there where I can stay. But I'm studying Finnish, and it's one of the 5 most difficult languages in the world. And the more I learn, the more I realize that's definitely true. So I might move to Finland at least for a while to learn the language a bit better, because you don't learn any language better than in the country itself. So, yeah.
And why are you studying Finnish?
Well, imagine being in a group of 25 people. There are 20 Finnish people, there is 1 German, there is 1 Dutchie, and there's 1, or 20 people, let's say, and there are only 2 or 3 people who do not speak Finnish. Whether it's a group of German people, Dutch people, wherever you're from, you always speak the language you hear most. So if there are 20 people and 18 of them are Finnish, most people will speak Finnish amongst each other. Regardless of how well the Nightwish guys and everyone involved speak English, and they are very willing to translate, they still need to translate. And I feel if I want to be part of the whole circus even more, be more involved, understand everyone better, even now that I'm studying, realizing, understanding the culture a bit better, on the long run it's going to make me feel like I fit in a little bit better. Even though they have welcomed me with open arms and I already feel at home, I call them my brothers and my family. I think being able to speak the language makes the unity even bigger.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kiitos.